Yo estoy súper feliz de verte. Hi, Nova.
Hi, Lenka. How are you?
God, I'm really happy to be here with you. I'm in
Oh, me too.
all the way from Canada.
Happy New Year. You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Happy New Year. Happy holidays because I mean today, no, not today, but on January 6th, we have Reyes here, like the kings, the ones
Okay.
that gave the gift to Jesus Christ. So we still have like one more celebration there. But yes,
What is
happy
it?
holidays.
What is it called? What is the celebration called?
Reyes, like the king's celebration.
Oh,
Because they were
oh,
thinking, yeah.
right. I don't think we have any more celebrations. I mean, I guess it's Valentine's Day is the only other one that I can think of. Yeah, yeah, that's it.
But I mean, this is just amazing. I'm kind of amazed because of how everything just turned into some kind of reality, like a different reality, because we're talking through Instagram, and I mean,
Yeah.
all of these lives are kind of new for most of us.
It's strange because it's also becoming our new norm. Like this is now
Yes.
the new way of life. We have to learn to adapt because we can't have those social gatherings anymore, unfortunately. But hopefully soon. Fingers crossed. Fingers
I'm,
crossed.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm, I'm craving Miss Universe. Like it's everything I'm talking about. It's everything I want to do right now. All my energies
Yeah.
are there. Like I want to meet the girls. I wanna do press with them. I want to dance with them. Put music and just dance all over the place.
Isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy? If times were normal, we would have already had a Miss Universe. Isn't
Yes,
that wild to think of? It would have been done
and
already. December.
of course, and we would already have known who's the winner. Like but I mean, we
Exactly.
are, and we have this sisterhood that is so amazing.
Yeah.
We just joined the WhatsApp group where all the girls are together.
Yeah.
And like, happy
I love
birthday,
that. I
happy.
love what?
No, I was saying that we were just telling happy birthday to the girls. We were talking to others.
Yes.
We're always like there in contact with the others. It's just amazing.
I think because it's such a shared experience and because it's such a different experience, we're all really truly in this together as cliche. I'm sorry, I'm not sure why my screen keeps going in and out, but as cliche as it may sound, we're truly in this together and I think we all kind of feel for each other because times are so different, we're unable to, continue as business as usual. A lot of us are having to continue our reigns at home for the
Totally
most part.
true.
How is it for you? Because for me, like a lot of the stuff are closed. How's it for you guys?
Okay, well, at first we got the quarantine here, like it began in March, and we stood like all over 6 months, and then we were able to go out, but I mean, here in Bolivia, people is
Yeah,
really social, and we kind of have this need to get together with our friends, with our family.
yeah,
It is really hard for us not to give a hug, not to say hi with a hug. Sometimes for some people it is kind of like, oh, too much. I mean, I hugged my French friends or my USA friends with a
yeah.
hug, and it is kind of too much for them. But Bolivians are like that. We hug, we double kiss. We are like really, really loving with
I think
that
it's
thing.
I think it's a European like the culture of Europe. Like you guys are very hospitable. I know when I'm in Europe, when I go for dinners, you can literally be in the same restaurant for
Yes.
hours. Versus North America, you're in and out. I love that
Yes.
aspect of the culture though. I feel like it's better to actually enjoy people's companies because truly we
Yes.
are we are social beings. We strive better when we're amongst other people, I think. I don't think we can survive
Oh.
alone, to be honest. We have to move here.
I would love to. I would love to. But I want you to tell us because I know Bolivia is listening right now. How is it to live in Canada?
Honestly, I'm grateful for Canada, you know, like I don't know if a lot of you know, but I'm from South Sudan. My parents are from South Sudan, but I was born in Kenya
Okay.
and I immigrated to Canada at the age of 6. So since I was 6 years old, Canada has been the only home that I know, and I'm just so grateful to have grown up in this beautiful country. Honestly,
Wow.
we obviously have racism, but I'm grateful that it's not on the same magnitude as other places around the world. You know, it's prevalent, it's systemic, but it's I don't fear my life going outside as a black woman living in Canada, and I'm just grateful for that because I know in certain areas
Wow.
around the world, being black is a death sentence. You know, so that's why I want to use my voice as much as I can to fight for those that can't fight for themselves. Because why have a voice if you can't use it? You know, because having a voice is also a privilege. It's a privilege because there
Yes.
are people that don't have that opportunity. Some people are born mute, right? So imagine.
Well, I mean, my father's my aunt lived in Canada for all over 2 years. I think he went for a master's degree on Quebec, and he always told me that Canada is beautiful.
It
That
is.
people is really nice. People is really nice and really polite. And
Yeah.
also, he said food is amazing.
Yes, Montreal, the food is amazing. It's kind of like Europe. Did your father go to you said Quebec, like Quebec City or
To Quebec. He lived
oh,
in Quebec for over 2 years. My aunt.
okay. Yeah, I find I haven't been to Quebec, but I've been to Montreal. It's very European, like the architecture is very much like
Yeah.
Europe, like very old buildings, and the food is amazing.
And he
And I
was
love that.
trying to help me to practice my French because I mean I speak French, but I haven't had someone to practice in so long that
Oh,
sometimes
you
I
speak
forget.
French.
Yeah, but I'm not fluent like a native speaker yet. Like I'm trying to make it better. I'm practicing, I'm really working on it.
Let's practice. I used to speak better when I was younger, but now it's probably like
It
probably
happens
grade one.
when you stop
When you don't
practicing, it
practice,
happens.
yeah, you lose it. So, bonjour, comment ça va?
Bien, merci et toi. Oh my
That's it, guys.
God.
That's all you're getting. That's it.
I
So,
wanted to do this thing, a simulation of if we were roommates at Miss Universe pageant because you are C and I am B, and sometimes it happens. I don't know.
oh my
Yes,
God,
of
that'd be
course I'm
so cool.
they mix up letters. So I really wanted to do this dynamic, but
Oh,
it
that'd
is
be
like
amazing.
it's a I'm gonna ask you something and you have to answer quick.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
First question: sweet or salty?
Salty.
Salty. Hot or cold?
Hot.
Red or blue?
Red. Or blue.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. It is. This is hard.
Right?
Traveling by plane or by car?
Plain.
Plane. Okay. Day or night?
Oh, okay, this is really hard because I consider
I
myself
know.
a night owl, but I'm also an early bird because I stay up really
Okay.
late. I wake up early too, so I don't know. I don't
I'm more
know.
of an early bird. Like I love
Are
waking
you?
up 5:45 in the morning, like normally.
Okay, then
Yes.
I guess
I'm
I'll
an early.
say night because I'm not waking up that early. I'll wake up like 8, 8 a.m. if I go to bed really late, but okay, night owl.
Okay. Snow or beach?
Oh, beach. Beach.
Okay, beach.
Yeah.
I was going to ask this one. It was burgers or chicken, fried chicken, burgers or fried chicken.
Okay, so I'm actually a vegan, so because
Are
of
you
that,
you're vegan?
I am. So I'll probably
Oh
choose
my
a
God!
burger, a vegan burger, just because.
I didn't know. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
No, man, it's okay. No, it's fine. But so I guess I will choose a burger because I can be a vegan burger.
Okay. One of my best friends is vegan. She was kind of teaching me a lot about probiotics and most of the things because I was sick. And she was like, okay, I'm gonna go to your house and I'm gonna give you all of these things and you're gonna get better. And I was like, okay, okay, okay. But and I got better. So
Oh, see,
yes.
we are
And
one of
how
the
is it to
same.
be? How long have you been eating as a vegan?
I've been vegan for almost 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I love it.
6 years.
Almost six
I
years,
was a
yeah.
vegetarian for over three, but I couldn't
Yeah.
sustain it. I was on that merge about going to the veganism, but I couldn't. I mean, my body kind of was
So what are you
upset
now?
with me. I wasn't
Mm.
I wasn't paying attention to many signs, and I wasn't really informed, because when you wanna eat as a vegan or as a vegetarian and you have been living as as someone who eats animals,
Yeah.
you are not used to it and your body is not used to it. So you have to be really careful when you're transforming your nutrition as up. And I
Yes,
wasn't
it's
really paying
true.
attention because I was 18 years old.
Yeah, you were
So
young.
I
You have to
couldn't
do
I
a
couldn't
lot.
make it.
No, it's true. It's a lot more research because you're having to now transition to using, plant-based plants and like grains and all that stuff to get your nutrients. So it's a lot of research. So it's not easy at first, but it can be done. It can be done.
I know I know a lot of people is going to be curious about this. So I want you to tell them how was your conversion to the veganism? Because a lot of people would be curious with this. A
How
lot of
was my
people want to be it, but they don't really know or have the information to be vegan.
how was my what? What was the question?
The transformation from
Oh.
eating, yeah, to go into the veganism.
For me, it was honestly, it was I did a cold turkey. Prior to being vegan, I was pescatarian, so meaning I only ate
Okay.
seafood. I still had animal byproducts. I still had, cheese, dairy, all that stuff. But I didn't have meat. And when I made that transition, I didn't look back. I realized how strong your mind is. A lot of the things that we consider tough in life, it's because we made it in our mind that they're tough. So
Yeah.
it's making that conscious decision in your mind that you can do it. And once you tell yourself that it's possible, then you're not going to look back. But if you tell yourself that it's hard, then it's going to be hard. It honestly hasn't been hard for me because I've told myself that it wasn't hard. And I'm just being honest. But I know it can be different for a lot of people. But that's just me, my personal experience.
And what was the main reason for you to become a vegan?
Um, what was the main I think at first I just wanted, it was spirituality. That was the first reason.
Okay.
Um, and then it was more health. Once I did more research, I realized there was health benefits to being vegan, as well as like energy. Like I felt like I had more energy when I was vegan versus when I
Wow.
wasn't vegan. Like I could literally go off of less sleep. Like I had what, 2 hours of sleep last night, and I'm still here. I'm still going. you know so I've noticed a huge shift in my energy. I always had energy, but I definitely felt an increase once I was vegan.
Wow.
um, and I feel like I'm more in tune with my body. If I eat something that is wrong for me, my body can communicate it a lot faster than I was eating meat. Yeah.
Wow. I think
Yeah.
I think it's amazing because I always wanted to be at first vegetarian and then to try
Yeah.
to be vegan. But as I told you, I wasn't well informed. I was doing things that wasn't right at all. It was just,
Mhm.
I was 18. I just had pasta. Like for a month, I just had pasta and I wasn't eating much vegetables. Like I really
Yeah.
wasn't informed. So
Oh
for my body, it was
no.
like, okay, no, you are not doing this to us.
Well, that's the thing. Being vegan does not mean you're gonna be healthy because, like you said, pasta is vegan, rice is vegan. You could have bread. So just because you're vegan does not mean you're going to be healthier. You still have to make healthy
Yeah.
choices. You still have to stop eating those unhealthy carbs, right? Otherwise, what's the point of
Sometimes
you
you feel
going?
anxious and you stop, like, I mean, you don't want to eat those veggies. You're craving for bread and you're craving for all of these white flour things. So
Yeah.
yeah, it is a lot of research, and I think it is a lot of care.
But you can do it.
Uh,
I believe that you can do it if you want to.
of course, as you
Yeah,
said, it is a mind. It is the power of our minds.
it really is. It really is. So what is your advocacy?
And my advocacy is against anger. I am promoting urban orchards here in Bolivia,
Okay.
and yeah, I mean, the first thing was, I remember as a kid, my father doing orchards in our house. And I remember he was doing this while we went through a really rough time as a family. And well, he got sick, he got two strokes.
Oh my God.
And yeah, he got two strokes. And like a few years later, it was really hard for him to get a job as an architect. Everyone kind of discriminated him a lot because he couldn't really move well as a human that I mean that is fully healthy. He couldn't move a part of his body, and he moved it slowly, and a lot of people kind of put him aside. But he started doing these orchards at home, and I think it was because it was healthy for his mind. But then we started eating from these orchards when I was a kid, and it was just amazing. I mean, we went from going to the market to doing it in our own garden.
Oh,
And this year, with this pandemic emergency and how things kind of worked in Bolivia, they were a lot. I mean, there were a lot of towns that couldn't really get food because all of these centers in which you can buy all of these things were
yeah.
just too far, and people were, I mean, it seemed to be a hunger, it seems to be hunger just spreading all over the nation.
Yeah.
And at home, we were eating pumpkin with my roommate, but she moved to another house during the pandemic. And we were, at the beginning, we were eating pumpkin, and we got the seeds. And I told her, I'm gonna put them on the garden, maybe they grow. And she was like, really? And I was like, yeah, I think they're going to grow. Come on, here is hot. The earth is really amazing here. I mean, the ground in Bolivia, everything grows. That's what I
Wow.
say. I live surrounded by mango trees, and everyone just give you the mangoes because
Oh,
the tree needs to.
love mango.
I mean, they are falling. The mangoes are falling from these trees, and everyone's like, "Oh, do you want mango? Take it, take it, take 10. Go." It happens. It happens a lot in Bolivia. So I put the seeds on my garden,
Yeah.
and everything just to start growing. And the pumpkin plant is kind of big, so it
Yeah.
is spread to all the garden, to all the backyard. It was this pumpkin, this pumpkin plant, and in a little over 2 months or 3 months, we got like 15
Oh my
pumpkins,
God.
and they were
Wow.
between 8 and 10 pounds. The pumpkin, they were
That's
big, really big.
big.
And as we got a lot of them, we just start gifting them to the neighbors. And the neighbors were like, but you're gifting food in the middle of a pandemic emergency. What are you doing? And we were like, we just took the seeds and put it on the garden, and they just grew. We just gave them water every day. And that's everything a plant needs, water every day. And if
Yeah.
you see, I mean, there are other things, but essentially water every day. And
Yeah.
they did the same with the pumpkin seeds of the pumpkin we gave them. And
Oh, that is so
all the
smart.
neighbors were growing plants. And at the end of the lockdown, the hard lockdown, we kind
Yeah.
of gathered. They were all over 20 families, and they all start cultivating because of these pumpkins. So
Oh,
it was
amazing.
like, okay, this is interesting. I need to start doing it in other places. And this was all before the pageant
Yeah.
and all before their the pageant of my region that is called La Paz City. I mean, from La Paz City, the capital of the region.
Right.
And I went to some other neighborhoods and I went to really precarious neighborhoods in which people kind of had a space, but
Yeah.
they never had the education or the resources to start doing it. And I
Yeah.
started just gifting seeds from different kind of plants, from different kinds of orchards. And I just told them, you have to do this and this and this, and take this ground. This is going to help. And I moved. I remember I was moving with a bag my size, with full of ground, and I just like carried them with the seeds and give. And I mean, I gave everyone seeds. And when I went back like 2 months ago, they were all
Yeah.
cultivating. I mean,
Oh, and
carrots,
that's the best
lettuce,
thing you can do.
cucumber,
Yeah.
thing,
Oh.
because the seeds actually worked, and it
Yeah.
was amazingly great. It was, I mean, I am grateful because they went. I mean, they weren't like, let's throw these seeds and see what happens. They took care of
Yeah.
them. When I went back, they were cultivating all of this and they were exchanging between neighbors in all of these places. So I just did it on Guarnes, that is also a small town here near the city, near Santa Cruz City. And they showed me like 3 days ago that the plants are just, I mean, they just
Oh.
break through and they already have like the plant growing in the middle, like all the orchards are
Oh
doing
my
fine.
God.
So
What a
yes, it is.
blessing. Like that is like that is such a blessing that you've given them, you know, like the education. Because they had it not been for
Yes,
you, they wouldn't have known that they were able to do that. It reminds me of that one saying, you know, as instead of just giving somebody something, teach them how to maintain and sustain themselves. And that's what you did. And I think that was probably like the best thing you could have done for them.
yes, and the amazing thing is that this is sustainable because you only have to take one or two or three of the cucumbers or tomatoes or everything you got, put it
Yeah.
aside to take the seeds and plant them again. And most of
Yeah.
these trees are going to produce all over time, like tomato plants. Tomato plants produce all over the time. You don't need to replant them as it happens with pumpkins. So it is
Oh,
something that is going to be sustainable through time and that is going to be breaking this hunger chain. And because of it is going to be breaking this hunger chain, it is going to be also breaking a poverty circle.
oh,
And
I just wish we'd
I
had the same climate.
You know, I have a challenge. I have a challenge for you. It is called the Urban Orchards Bolivia Challenge. So I'm going to challenge you right now to plant something you can eat at home. You know,
But I don't have a
many orchards,
garden.
I promise you, many orchards do not need to be in a hot climate. And if you
Okay.
want, I can help you. I'm gonna do all of my research about how can you cultivate at home in Canada.
But I don't have a backyard. That's the problem. Because you need
You
earth,
don't need a
right?
backyard. That's
Oh,
the
it's
amazing.
oh.
You only you only need a small place at home. You can make it vertical, or you can make it just it
Oh.
could be a tomato plant, a tomato tree that grows this like a meter no more.
Okay.
But
Oh.
I'm
That's
I'm going to accessorate you so you can make it. But
okay.
I know if you're with your plants, you're gonna love it.
I love plants. They're literally my babies. Like I just love nature. So okay, I thought I had to have like a lot of land for me to do that.
No,
But now
you
that I
don't.
know, okay, I'm gonna start
I
growing.
know you
I've always honestly wanted to have a garden of some sort when I have a home. Like that's honest. That's my dream to grow my own produce. So this is like a stepping
Oh,
stone.
I know you're gonna love it. I wanted to ask you if we can answer some questions that people has been asking here.
Okay.
Okay, here it says from It's a Little Sunshine, who inspires you?
Who inspires me? I can't just pinpoint one person, to be honest. I feel like it's like a myriad of different people. You know, not having my family here with me, I've kind of had to pull from different people. And like, thank God for social media. Thank God for this thing we call internet, because otherwise
Yeah.
I wouldn't have really know how to tackle some of the issues that I had to experience as a young woman growing up. You know, some things you
Yeah.
learn from your parents, but I had to teach myself. And it was watching people like Oprah. Like Oprah, I would say is an inspiration. Um,
She is, absolutely.
yeah. My teachers growing up, my teachers in high school were like my second parents. They really took me under their wing. Like my coaches, my basketball coaches, my track coaches really took me under their wing. So I would say my teachers would also be an inspiration to me.
Okay, in my case, I think my biggest inspiration is my father. I am always gonna say that my father is my biggest inspiration.
Yeah.
As I told you, he's a really brave man. He came over many things, and he has taught me so much about life and about being a woman. I mean,
Yeah.
about being all of what I am right now. About, as you said, having a voice and taking up space. And
Yeah.
as as I mean, he told me I can do everything. Like,
And you
okay,
can.
you can do everything, everything you want.
Yeah.
And I think that's amazing because your parents are the ones who know you the better, the ones that
Yeah.
have that have everything, that have given everything to you. So I cannot be more
I love
grateful.
that.
And
It
and if
always
he's
makes
seeing
me
this,
happy. Hmm?
and if my father is seeing this, hi dad.
Aww.
People here ask for you to sing.
Oh,
Do you singing?
I'm not a singer. I just sing for fun. I call myself a shower singer. I sing in the shower. I'm not by any means a professional, so please don't expect any Whitney Houston, any Mariah Carey, because that is not me. Um, I just kind of blurt into songs. It's like sing on command. I don't know what no song comes to mind, but I promise you before the end of the live, I will just like burst into a song. So stay tuned.
I would actually do the same. I'm always singing. I'm on the market, I'm singing. I'm on the street, I'm singing.
Yeah. Literally, I'm like, because I'm happy. Clap your hands if you feel like a room without a roof. There you go. There's your song.
Okay. But yes, I'm always singing. I'm always dancing. Sometimes
Yeah.
my sisters think I'm crazy. I have two sisters, and they are always like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm just singing on myself.
Enjoying life. You're enjoying life.
People says here, I love Miss Canada.
Oh, thank you.
They said this is something they always ask. Um, Scream your name and your nations. We want to listen to you as if you were in Miss Universe. They are always doing that. Like,
They do. They really do. Why don't you guys don't want to wait until Miss Universe? You don't want to wait for the surprises? All right. It's kind of late, so I won't scream too loud, but ready?
I'm listening.
I don't want to yell because it's, you know, it's an apartment, so I don't want to disturb and it's late. Okay. Nova Stevens, Canada!
Woo! Okay, let's see if I have it.
I know,
I was
right?
thinking I was my voice sounds weird. Like
Yeah,
have this.
yeah. Can you drink some water?
Okay.
I try to drink one of these a day. I'm slacking right now, so let me catch up.
Oh my God. That's a gallon.
Mm-hmm. I try.
Lenka Nemer, Bolivia. Woo!
Woohoo!
I'm really happy
We
to be.
next to each other.
I'm really happy to be doing this. I'm really happy to be going to Miss Universe. I really we are sisterhood, and girls said we're going to be talking to them for life. They are going to be your friends for life because this is a lifetime experience.
Yeah, but
And
even like with the girls that I competed against with Miss Canada, they're my sisters too, and I'm sure you probably share similar sentiments too, right?
yeah,
So every time, it's amazing because you literally have a place to stay all over the world. Do you know what I mean?
yes,
Like if I go to Bolivia, I'm like, hey girl, I'm in Bolivia. And then you can
you
come to me
are
in
welcome
country
to
in the
come
same city.
anytime.
So we don't have to pay for hotels anymore. Woohoo!
Not
You know,
only that, you get to know the cities or the nations, the countries. You get to know them
from a
as a local
local.
because they are going to be your
Exactly.
guide.
Exactly. It's honestly, yeah,
They
it's amazing.
they put something here. Both of you are gonna make your countries really proud.
We are.
Here it says, you inspire peace. How do you maintain this inner peace image? Wow.
Oh, that is so sweet. Oh, who is that? Thank you so much. That is so sweet of you. How do I maintain this inner peace? I think it's just recognizing and reminding myself that we all go through struggles. You know, I don't always have happy days, but I'm also grateful that I am alive and I'm able to continue to pursue my dream. I always remind myself when I have a bad day that my life right now is somebody else's dream. You know, it may not be my ideal life, but it is somebody else's dream. So it's just reminding myself to always be in constant gratitude, just always show appreciation for all the little things in life. Just waking up, that's enough. If you woke up today, you've already succeeded.
You are already lucky to be living life as
Yeah,
a healthy human being. And also, I mean,
yeah,
because we have this platform, that's absolutely true.
yeah, yeah.
Let's see what else. What's your favorite thing about being Miss Canada?
It's so hard because I feel like because of the pandemic, we haven't really gone the full experience yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I guess right now it would be just connecting with all the girls, like with all of you. I think it's so beautiful that we're all still trying to maintain, that sisterhood and that bond, even though we're distance apart. I think that's my favorite right now. Yeah.
And they send you greetings from Colombia. Oh, that's
Hola,
amazing.
Colombia.
Oh my God. And what's your favorite thing about going to Miss Universe? That's something I want to know. I personally want to know.
I think it's similar to, yeah, just getting to know the girls. And I mean, it's Miss Universe. It's just, it honestly, it seems so surreal even just to say this is a dream that we've
Yes.
all dreamt of for such a long time, and now to actually live it. I have to pinch myself
You know,
sometimes. This is
sometimes
really my life.
it seems like a dream. I
It
kind of,
does.
I haven't, I mean, I know I am Miss Universe Bolivia and I know I'm
Yeah,
working to be representing my nation, but
yeah,
sometimes I just cannot like put it down.
yeah. I know what you mean. It hasn't like, for me, it hasn't completely sunk in. It comes in waves. There are moments where I'm like, whoa, I am Miss Universe Canada. It took me 3 tries, like this is something that I've really wanted for so long, and for so long it felt like it was unattainable. So when I finally achieved it, I couldn't believe it. It's weird when we have dreams and then we finally achieve them. It just goes to show that when you really want something, you can achieve it.
Yes, it is something, it is about work. You really have to work hard for your dreams. And yeah, I mean, they said if the universe is closing some doors for you, it means some others are going to open, and all of these doors are going to be opportunities just for you, made for you on your sides specifically, because the university is amazingly wise.
Yes. You know what else I'll add to that? So I always tell myself that when somebody tells you no, it's actually an acronym for new opportunities. So don't look at no as such like a negative word. It's like, no, okay, that means there are new opportunities coming my way. So whenever, because I've heard lots of no's in my life. So I'm like, okay, no, no problem. What's the next opportunity, you know?
What's
So,
coming next for me? And I mean,
exactly.
that's absolutely true. I was thinking on Miss Universe and how we get the chance to meet all of these girls from all of these nations, all over the world. And we were all raised differently. We all speak different languages. We are all going to be almost, I mean, we are going to be living for 10 years all together in the same space, talking
Yeah.
and eating and learning from each other. And that's something I'm mythologist. I mean, a Miss Expert. These pages that are always supporting the candidates. He said something like, "Who is your ideal roommate?" And I said something like, "Someone that is absolutely different from me, like the opposite."
I love. Yeah, I think it should be that way. I think it should be from people from like different ends of the world. It should be about bringing people together. Yeah, I'm just excited. I'm excited to get to know all the girls. I'm excited to just be there, just to be at Miss Universe, representing my country. That's already an honor on its own. Yeah.
I haven't thought about it. I mean, it is huge, and sometimes
Right?
I think about it, and like I read all of these messages. I don't know. I know it happens with you. A lot of people start messaging you when you're crowned, when they crown you, and all of this love and all of these messages and all of this support, and people is learning from your journey as you are learning from their opinions and their support and their advices, and it was huge. I mean, I had no more than 10,000 followers, and now I have like 40,000, and I just can't believe all of these people is on my side and helping me
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
screaming with me so proudly. And it
It's
happens through the
amazing.
years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just crazy how fast news travels. I remember when I won, we because it was pre-recorded, we couldn't release it right away. So we like I won, but the world couldn't know. Like I couldn't tell the world until Miss Universe Canada released the video, and they were having technical difficulties. So I wasn't even able to share the news. But some way somehow people got hold of the news, and they're messaging me, "Did you win? Did you win?" This is like 7 p.m., 8 p.m. The night of, and I couldn't say anything until the next day. Can you imagine? But that was, I would
You
say,
had
probably
it
the hardest
here.
part. Yeah. Huh? I
Oh
had a
my
year?
God. I
Yeah, I had
I
a
didn't
whole
know. I
day
didn't
where,
know.
yeah, I couldn't share that I won for a whole day because we had to wait until the show was released to the public. Oh, it was,
And
yeah,
and
I think that was probably the
and how
hardest
did
part
your
of it.
family reacted?
Well, we didn't have a live audience. Did you guys?
And how did your family reacted?
Oh, my family. So my family is in Africa. So my mother is in a UN camp, and my father and my siblings are in Ethiopia. They don't really understand pageantry. They know that I won, but I don't think they understand what it actually means to win Miss Universe Canada, you know? So I can't really expect them to be as excited as I am. They're like, oh, good job. And I'm like, no, this is a big deal, you know? But again, it's just different cultures. But my friends who I consider my family, they were really happy for me, of course. Yeah. So I had my friends, so that was good.
Our friends are family. I mean,
They are. They truly
I
are.
that's amazing. I mean, all my families. I mean, the families from all of my friends were messaging me through the Miss Bolivia's pageant because it was also pre-recorded. We
Oh,
pre-recorded the swimsuit competition and the opening session, and also pre-recorded I think the gala gown.
Right.
All of that was pre-recorded, and then we went live just for the calling of the
Top
finalists.
five? Oh.
So we had like an hour between the pre-recording sessions and the final part in which we answered all of the questions. The questions went live, and the naming of the finalists also came live. But we had all this time in which we were all trying to, we couldn't even upload the pictures of our dresses or even the makeup and everyone was like, okay, Miss Bolivia is going to start, but we already pre-recorded it. So it was like, oh,
yeah. That was the way to get
and
around COVID.
yeah, and I mean it was all closed to the public. And here there's a pageantry culture in which we have or your family hires bands to be there clapping and putting music to support you. Your family do that a lot. And this year it wasn't possible because we couldn't gather. So we were all on a TV set, and we were all there close. Our families weren't there. Our families were at the door of the TV studio waiting for us to go out of it. It was crazy. It was crazy because your family was waiting for everything to start. Everything was pre-recorded, and when it went live, you were already nervous because it was already an hour of waiting for you to be standing there.
Wow.
It was crazy.
How many girls competed?
I think we were all over 21.
Okay.
On my national pageant. And on the region, I mean, on La Paz City, we went all over 10. I think we were only 10. But yes, in the pageant for the national one.
There were 39 girls for us. Yeah.
Wow.
Normally it's 60 something girls. So the number went down by at least 20.
I can't believe you.
Yeah, because normally goes top 20 and then top 10 and then top 5. This year, yeah, same thing, top 20, top 10, then top 5. It's not crazy.
So it was, but I think it is kind of, it is similar to Miss Universe, top 20, top 10, and then 5.
Top 5,
And in Bolivia, I think we have like a top 10, and then we have, no, I mean, Miss World and Miss Universe are in the same organization. So they pick Miss World first, and they pick a finalist for Miss World, and then the pageant continues, and they pick the ones for Miss Universe, the finalists for Miss Universe. And when you are picked as Miss World, you don't get to go to the question round. No, you get to go. You don't get to go to the question round. The first winner they pick in that night is the Miss World contestant.
That's
for
interesting
Bolivia.
Because Miss Universe or Miss World seems to be more about, like beauty with a purpose in the sense of they really, I don't want to say value speaking, but they really do encourage their delegates to be very vocal and articulate and all that stuff. So it's interesting to me that Miss World would not be asked the question, but Miss Universe would be asked the question.
Miss World is not asked the question, but we have, of course, an interview before. So they already get to see how the contestant can speak and how, I mean, that kind of virtue that you might have for speaking and for expressing yourself. And also when you are on your interview here in Bolivia, they use the timing of Miss Universe. They only use, I think it is 3 minutes, no more.
So do you guys tell them which pageant you want to compete in, or do they tell you which one?
Of course they ask you.
Oh, they
They
ask you.
ask you, and sometimes, I mean, people told me, you should go to Miss World because you like speaking and because your project, I mean, you have been developing your project and you are an activist for much more time than all of these pageants. Most of these girls,
Yes.
most of the girls develop projects, and all of them are just directioned to the contest they are going.
Yes.
You have been working with your projects for all over 3 or 4 or 5 years, most of them.
Yeah.
So they said something like, "Yeah, you should go to Miss World," and I was like, I actually want to go where my work and my experience and I, as a human being, am going to be valued. And I
Oh.
know the judges are going to know that when they know me, when we speak at the interview, and when they see me, if I get the chance to go to the question and answer section, they are going
Yeah.
to see how do I express myself.
Amazing.
So yeah, finally they got me the universe crown. The work crown went to a really beautiful girl. Her name is Alondra. She's beautiful. And the Miss Grand International also crown goes in this same pageant. They give
Mm,
3 crowns.
okay. For
And
us,
it, it was cool. It was cool because the judges get to know all the profiles for all of these pageants, and
yeah.
they pick crowns. They're not picking a finalist, or I mean, they do pick finalists, but they are actually picking the crown profiles.
Right. So for us, the runner-up goes to Miss International, and then there's also what other crowns do they give out? Miss International, Coffee Reina, I think it's what it's called.
Okay, yes, the
And then
international coffee
yes,
crown.
yeah, and then another one. I think there's like about four or so crowns that titles that they give out,
I
like three
think, I
additional to
mean,
Miss
they
Universe.
pick from the finalists. Here, from the finalists, they pick Miss Supernational, Miss Earth, and also Miss Grand International.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Because
Wow.
yes, you're right. The runner-up goes
Yeah,
to Miss International. Also,
yeah.
also in Bolivia, the runner-up goes to Miss International. That's true.
How did you feel when you won?
I cried
Yeah.
when I won on La Paz City. I couldn't feel my legs, and I fall to the ground. Like I fall, and I was holding hands with the runner-up, and we were there, and I fall to the ground, and I was like this. Like I can't
Oh.
wake up. I can't stand up. And she was like, Lenka, stand up, come on. And I was like, okay, okay.
Oh.
I, I couldn't, I mean, I wasn't expecting to win on the region because there were other girls as favorites. But when I won Miss Bolivia's Universe crown, I just cried, and I cried and I cried and I couldn't stop crying. And my second queen, my runner-up, Carolina, she cried with me. We kind of like
Oh.
we acted and we start crying, and she said, "We are going to the international pageant," and I was like, "Yes, we are going."
Oh.
We just
I
cried and
love
cried and
that.
cried.
You, you guys got to hold hands. We didn't even hold hands. Myself and my sis that was runner up. Yeah, we couldn't hold hands because of COVID. So it's really weird. So because that's like the defining moment when you are the
Oh
last
my
two
God!
standing. You're holding hands. We didn't even have that moment. We were 6 feet apart. We just kind of did this. We're like like good luck. But when I won,
Like
although, huh?
like you were just jumping of happiness.
Well, no, before I won, well, I guess after I won, I remember because the way they say it, it's really confusing. It really makes you feel as though you didn't win because they go, You know,
When they name you.
yeah, because they first say the runner-up. The runner-up is da da da. They say the city and then the name, and then after that they say your name. So when that
Yes.
happened, I thought she won. I didn't think that I won, and then everyone's like screaming, and then I think I had an out of body experience where my body literally left, and then boom, I was like, oh my god, I won. And then I remember I was fanning my face because I was crying, but I didn't want to mess up my makeup, so I'm like, oh my god, like stop,
Like,
you know?
go inside, go
Yeah.
inside.
I'm like, try, where's the wind? But it was just so beautiful to witness all of my sisters just truly be happy for me. You know, we didn't have a crowd, but the way they screamed and how happy they were for me, I honestly almost forgot that there was no crowd because there was so much joy and cheer and just and there were a lot they were crying and it just felt really good to
Oh,
have people
that's
that you were
really
competing
sweet.
against cheering for you. How sweet is that?
That was amazingly sweet.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember on my pageant, girls couldn't hug you because we were still live, and girls wanted to run, and
Yeah,
the organization was like, "Okay, girls, you cannot run and hug her,"
yeah,
and that was weird. But you heard screaming. That's amazing. I
yeah,
mean, we had hands. I was I was kind of afraid of doing it because there would be a lot of criticism because of COVID. But we
yes,
all girls got tested and we got locked down in a hotel while we were competing. So we weren't really able to contact others.
yeah,
So we weren't really able to get in contact or either
yeah,
get to be with our families. So they was,
hmm,
I mean, there wasn't a way to get COVID
yeah,
during which we were. So I
yeah. I
mean,
think a lot
I
of the pageants did a great job. I think a lot of the pageants did a great job. Like similar to you, we also couldn't really interact. We had to always make sure we were 6 feet apart. We had to wear our masks. We couldn't hug. It was strange, but we found ways to still stay connected. You know, thank God for our phones. Hey, how are
yes.
you?
Oh my
I'm
Thank
good.
God, internet. Like, where
I
are you?
yeah. Oh, you're 6 feet apart. I see you. Let's sit together tomorrow and have lunch together and like be apart. It was yeah, it was interesting, but we did it. We did it.
At the end, we did it. I mean, all of the queens right now, we did it. We overcome this really difficult year. We overcome the difficulties of being a queen and having to be distanced
Yes.
with our organization and having to be taking care of a lot of these details that comes with taking care of your health. Not forgetting to be always hanging with alcohol,
Yeah.
to be always with the distance, the
Yeah.
6 feet distance, and like we don't have as much events or as much parties or as much
Yeah.
work or publicity to do. We are doing everything from home, everything with our phones, and I think that's interesting and that's safer.
Yeah.
It's a different experience.
It is. It is. It is definitely a different experience.
Well, to end this live, my dear Nova, I would love you to tell something to the people, to Bolivia, to the world, a little message you would like for everyone to be listening.
Hi, Bolivia. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Lenka, for offering me this amazing chat. I had such a great time. I love that I got to get to know you. I can't wait to meet you in person and hopefully we can hug. Um, I want to thank you truly on and like all of Bolivia for just having an open mind and having an open heart. You know, I really do think that as different as we all may look, we're honestly the same. So just treat everyone just like you want them to treat you. I really stand behind the golden rule, do unto others what you want others to do unto you. And with that, I'm sending you all so much love, so much blessings for the new year. It's a new year. Let's start off on the right foot. And that is with love. Love literally causes you nothing, but hate causes you more. So choose love. That's all, my
I'm
loves.
gonna be translating that little message. I'm gonna be translating because I think it is super important for everyone to get it as clear as it gets.
What
No
language do you
one, no one,
speak? Oh, sorry.
no
No,
one.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Es muy importante para nosotros que aunque nos veamos diferentes, nos aceptemos, porque al final todos somos parte de la raza humana y también nos dijo y nos mandó mucho amor. Y algo muy bonito que dijo al final es, elegir el amor no te cuesta nada, elegir amar, elegir expresar amor no te va a costar absolutamente nada. En cambio, el odio nos cuesta mucho, nos desgasta mucho.
Oh, that was so
Gracias.
beautiful. Oh,
Thank you, Nova.
thank you
No, I
so
mean,
much.
I'm really
Yeah.
happy to be here. I'm
Yeah.
really happy to be getting to know you. I mean, at least this little bit we have, and at Miss Universe, I'm gonna go and hug you. Like if there's a chance, if there's no, I mean, all of this COVID situation still,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and hug you. I'm gonna know it's me because I really like running and hugging people.
All right. All right. And what was I gonna say? Oh, I lost my train of thought. Dang. But thank you, honestly, and keep in touch. Like, don't be a stranger. Like,
Yay!
just don't give
I
your own
won't.
friend.
Don't worry.
So you can.
Thank you so
I'll
much.
bother you on social media. Okay. Bye,
Oh,
darling.
come on. I'm going to comment all your pictures. Bye, Nova.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye. And say thanks to Dennis, too, because he was
Of course.
amazing.
Yes, for sure.
Bye.
Bye.